Welcome back to the Life of Ron G. I'm Dawn G, and I'm here with my parents today. We're going to ask them some questions about their marriage and 45 years? 47. This is my mom and my dad. And so, I'll start with the first question. They weren't prepared for this. They just came for a little visit from New Jersey, and we decided to
spring it on
them. My dad still got his hat on, so you can leave it on. It's all right. Okay. Do you remember the first time you met Dad?
Of course.
Tell me.
We lived on the same block. And one day he was just walking down the street looking all sad. I said, "What's the matter? Why are you so unhappy?" And that started a conversation, and we've been friends ever since. Basically, we've been married 47 years, but we've been together 57.
And how old were you?
At the time, I guess I was about 10. Ask your father, you might remember better than me.
Do you remember why you were sad?
Yeah.
No. That's so long ago.
That was when you first moved on High Street when you lost your friend.
Oh.
Remember your friend that fell
Yeah,
off?
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember, yeah.
Okay. And when did you know that you wanted to marry her?
After I came from Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
We was home house on, me and I got together. Because she used to write me all the time while I was in there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did she put perfume on her letters?
No, nothing like that.
No.
ours was serious.
What you used to say?
I don't remember all that stuff, but I always told him I loved him.
Do you have the letters?
I don't know. I'm not going
mine.
to say I don't, but I don't know. I would have to look through the drawers and see if I still have
I
it.
have mine.
That he sent you?
Yeah.
You do? We have to find these letters.
Sure.
Oh, boy.
We gotta know what's in the letters. He was probably saying raunchy stuff or something.
No.
Ugh.
Now, see, you asked him about when he knew we were going to get married. I always knew.
I
On
knew
the
that.
Same day I met him, I knew we were going to get married.
When you were 10.
And he used to say, "Why me?"
Aw. Aren't you glad? Because then you got me.
My, how conceited we are.
What would you say your formula is for a long marriage?
Be friends first. You have to be friends.
Yeah, for it to work. For it to really work.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause sometimes you start out as friends, and then all of a sudden things happen where you, I don't know this, that, I don't like you,
Yeah.
and then that messes up the whole thing right there. You know? And you gotta be friends. You gotta be friends.
Yeah. So would you say that you guys are still good friends now?
Yeah,
More than good friends.
yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Occasionally I talk to God. Thank him for
So
sending
do
me.
I.
Aww.
So do I.
She's a good woman.
Thank you.
She is. She is a good woman. She's a good mom, too.
Thank you.
You're a good dad, too. I remember once you took me to the park, and I fell off the seesaw. It was the worst experience of my life. He does not know how to take care of crying kids.
What happened?
I was crying, and I hurt my face. He's rubbing all hard. It already hurts. I'm like, he's like, it's okay. I'm like, you're hurting me. Like, where's mommy? So I only had those 4 questions.
That's all you got?
That's all I got. But my husband is on the other side of the camera. Oh, here he goes.
That be me, baby. I'm gonna talk from behind. I don't really have any questions, but I know it's not really about the questions I want to know, but a question that I probably was thinking about for a long time is, Pop, how did the letters help you get through?
What, from Vietnam?
Yeah, when Sandra was writing those to you.
Who's Sandra?
Me?
Sandra.
Some say Sandra, some say Sandra. It don't matter.
Country as hell.
As long as they don't curse at me, that's all.
Well, I thought about other things. I said, well, I'm over here in a no-win situation almost like, And I said, you know what? If it's meant for me to go, then I just have to go, But I talked to God while I was over there. I said, I know I used to tell him, I know you didn't meant for this to come to an end, being in a war.
Yeah.
So, and I was patient, and I got through the tough part of like the first 4 or 5 months. And then by that time I was used to the country I was in. I said, well, hey, if things are going to happen, it's going to happen, I said, maybe even if I say something to God, maybe it's already meant to be. I don't know,
Yeah.
So I just was patient about it. And it came out all right,
And I call her Nana, so you guys don't judge. So Nana, my question, well, back in the day, her children were in their 70s babies. So you figure back then things were different than they are now. So Nana, how was you able to juggle your kids and work at the same time?
That's the secret. I wasn't working.
Nope, she did not work.
That
Real
is-
I
little.
stayed home and took care of my kids until they were all in school.
Yeah.
Wow. And then what did you do once they started going to school?
I got a job at the school that they were attending. I started as a lunch aide. The principal asked me, did I want to be a teacher's aide? I said, sure. And I worked for 27 years in that job.
And actually, what we did was, when we started having the kids, we started talking about how we're going to do this. Well, is one going to stay home and the other one work? Or, so we came to a conclusion. I said, I'll do the work and you stay home. Because I know she'd be a better mother than I would be a father, And it worked out. It worked out for us.
That, things are much cheaper than they are now.
Mm-hmm.
Our rent was $295 a month.
What?
Right, Wayne? Yeah.
That's really cheap.
Yeah.
Did you always know you wanted 4 kids?
Yeah. I knew actually I wanted more, but it didn't work out that way.
2 was good enough for me.
Ooh, I still would have made it though. I would have been scot-free because I was second.
2 was good enough.
So-
Yeah,
good
but
enough for
see,
me.
then we had Jermaine. Jermaine is his clone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So don't judge my child. And he's just like his father. He can't help it.
Oh God, we know. We know.
That's another topic for another time.
And
But
Lamar is the youngest. And all 3 of them always tell me, Mommy, Lamar is the best child you got. So,
We know that.
He's a good brother. All of us are good kids in our own ways.
yeah, they're all good kids. They never gave us any major problems or anything.
Yeah.
And I never had to go and beat anybody up for them because I would have. I used to tell
Well,
my kids. I used to tell my kids.
she did punch 2 of my friends.
I sure did.
When I was in middle school.
Yeah.
She punched in the chest.
Because
2
they
of my
had
male
Lamar
friends.
outside and they dropped him on the ground.
So, imagine going to school in embarrassment when your mom beat up your classmate. That's what I had to deal with. But,
And one was Dion and the other one was
Jason.
Jason.
But you know what? I don't regret anything about my childhood. I don't know if you guys have any regrets about
Oh, no.
raising us, but
No.
I think you guys did a good job.
Thank you.
It's something I've always been proud of, to have both of my parents still together no matter what. I don't have any friends I don't have a lot of friends that have both of their parents still together. So it's
It's hard
nice.
to find that these days.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nice,
It's hard to find.
and it's something that I'm very proud
But
of.
you gotta do, you gotta devote your time.
You gotta
to
work
that.
that.
You gotta
can't
work on
just
that.
Put them here and say, you're on your
I
own.
mean, because you have
gotta
a little argument or something like that. I don't want to work.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
You got some people you gotta take care of.
Yeah.
Because it's a shame. A lot of these kids out here, they're just out here.
Yeah.
The parents had them and said, you're on
they
your
lost.
own.
Yeah.
And they don't know what to do with themselves.
Yeah.
They don't know how to behave the proper way. Or to say excuse me when they want to say something to somebody.
Because people sometimes
things are taught.
would ask me, "Are you married? How long you been married?" I said, "Well, 47 years." What?
Yeah.
I said we loved each other. it's something that you don't find no more.
Right.
You know.
And like we go to our restaurant, it's called Ruth's Chris. It's in Weehawken. On our 43rd anniversary, we were there. They had flowers, roses all over the table. And they heard the waiter say, happy anniversary. So the people next to us said, well, how long have you been married? I said, 43 years. Really? How did you do that? I said, it takes time and patience and a lot of love.
Yeah.
Because that's what it takes.
And you gotta love the person you with.
Yeah.
You know.
So what's the key to a successful long marriage?
Just told you.
Well, first of all, you gotta live that long.
Yeah, you gotta live that
You gotta
long.
live that long. You know.
And you love the person, you're gonna stay with that person through thick and thin.
Well, you know there's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be times where
There's always gonna be
you
tension.
don't want to hear crap. You know, but you deal with it. You
There's
deal
always
with
going
it.
to be tension in a marriage, but
Yeah.
you have to find a way to get around it. That's all. Go ahead, do it, Dawn. Get it over with.
I tell you one thing though, I got 4 kids. I wouldn't give them away for anything. You know, they sometimes Boo Boo pisses me off for some of the stuff he does. You know, but I wouldn't give him away for nothing.
But
Yeah,
he's still a good kid in his own way.
yeah,
And he's good. He's a caring person.
Yeah.
So my last question is, when you have, well, I'll be honest, when you have an argument, disagreement, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Who gives in first?
No, that's not my question. See, see, that's her. That's my wife. I'm not talking to this one. What do you do when it gets out of hand and you have to figure out a way to make amends without reopening that wound?
Well, me and her.
Yes.
Well, I look at it like this. You know, we talked about that. You know, we don't try to get it to the point where it gets like that. We keep it down. You know, sometimes you gotta just say, you gotta
Or
just
just walk
swallow what you gotta swallow, and just say, well, she wanted to, you're right. You know, and just no, so why keep arguing? You know, because one thing gonna lead to another.
Well, see, we
Yeah.
always agreed that if you come to that, you walk away and come back later and talk about it. Or you just say sorry and let it go.
All right, all right.
That's the
Only
hard part.
twice.
That's the hard part
Yeah.
in our society today. In our society today, is we don't know how to say sorry.
Right.
We don't know how to say sorry.
Right.
Everybody needs to be
sometimes-
right.
Yeah.
Right.
And sometimes
everybody can't be right.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
it's better just not to say sorry, just start talking about something else and it's fine after that.
Yeah.
Because that's what we used to do. We didn't always say sorry for this and sorry for that.
Mm-hmm.
You be saying sorry your whole life.
Yeah. That's true.
All right.
When
That's
you walk up to him, you can walk up to him, I kiss him on the head or whatever and say, I love you. I still
just
do
let it
that.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
he'll just pat me or whatever. That's what we do.
Yeah. Well, that's all I got. So,
That's all I got.
sweetheart, you gotta close it, and yeah.
Thank
That's
you
it?
for watching.
Oh well.
You got one? You wanna say something?
Because
I thought we
because
had more questions.
Because, well, okay,
Yeah.
I'll do this in closing. For all the young people out there that's going to see this, all you young people, that's me pointing, you see that? They're going to tell you how to not be ignorant towards one another and how to just love each other and not be such, I have to be the right one and you're wrong. So basically, they told you already. They just said you just have to know how to give in. And there's nothing wrong with giving in.
Nope.
As a man or as a woman, you just have to do what you need to do, especially if you love the person. Everybody love is not going to be at the same level. Sometimes that person going to love you more, sometimes that person going to love you less. That's natural. But you have to learn how to deal with it.
And as far as love is concerned, you know, one day, 2 weeks, or whatever it may be, you may have that feeling for love with your spouse. Then all of a sudden, one day, you could just have a bad day, so you don't.
You don't have that feeling.
That don't mean you don't still love that person.
Right.
You know?
Right.
That's true.
But that, cause I tell you, this world out here today, it's not easy.
No, and I think that's
It's
where
not
people get confused. Love is more than a feeling.
Yeah.
It's a commitment.
Yeah.
And it's more than just a feeling because those feelings come and go.
I mean, a lot of people. I hear a lot of people say, "I love you." I love. Yeah, but do you really
Meaning,
love that
where's the
person?
commitment
You
to this
know,
person?
Do
Right.
you really love
Right. Yep. All right. I think that's a wrap.
So anybody has anything to say in closing? What you got wisdom, Nana? You got some wisdom to tell these young folks?
All the same thing I already said. You meet somebody, take time to know the person, then fall in love with the person, and take it from there and see what happens. Don't just jump into something, oh, I love him, or I love her. It doesn't come that easy.
Plus, you ain't gonna
takes time.
satisfy everybody's needs. You know, you in a relationship, there's gonna be a time where that person might say, well, I want this. And you say, no, that's not, no. Don't get mad, really. So, oh, well, you don't love me, you know.
Or you could say, I want this, but you can say, okay, you can't get it now, but eventually you will. Because that's how I used to do the kids. They would say, I want someone to say, okay, you have to wait till I get paid, or whatever.
And she
if-
always got it.
And if one of them had a birthday, they all got something. That keeps down the jealousy and the fights about, oh, you got this and I didn't.
I think that's why I'm so patient now. Like, you always want to run out and get stuff when you see it. And I'm just like, we'll get it eventually. Because we grew up not getting stuff immediately.
Yeah.
We always got what we wanted, but we had to wait. And
Like
I think that was a good lesson for us.
I remember one time Jermaine wanted...
Especially Christmas.
Oh, our Christmases were the bombs.
I remember one time Jermaine wanted these sneakers from the Knicks. I bought him that
Oh,
pair of
hold
sneakers. They
on.
cost $50.
Hold on, Nana. Hold on.
Complaints about being married to Cedric.
Sorry, everybody. We had a tough
Technical
technical difficulty.
You're having a lot of problems today.
I'm not perfect. Actually, the camera overheated. So it happens when this Sony 6000. But Nana was talking about, what were you talking about, Nana?
The sneakers I bought Jermaine.
Tell him real quick.
Jermaine wanted Knicks sneakers. I bought them for him. They cost $50. When I gave them to him, I said, you got your first and your last pair of $50 sneakers. Those sneakers lasted 2 weeks.
They did?
They did.
What did they do?
They just fell apart. And the more I wanted a nice pair of sneakers, the same thing happened to him.
Take the hat off.
Same thing happened to him. But the thing
You
is,
done had your fun with
Come
that.
on.
you can spoil your kids. You can say, yeah, you can have it, but you have to wait until I get the money.
Yeah.
So this way
Are
they
you
stop
holding
bugging
it?
you for
No.
it.
Yes, you are.
That's how that goes. We did that with all our kids. We just gave them what they wanted when we got the money for it. And they knew to be patient because they knew they were going to eventually get it.
What?
He's looking at you.
Are we done?
I guess so.
And if you know it or not, you know it's none of my kids really been locked up.
That's
None
right.
of your kids really been locked up.
I'm leaving that on.
Although I did get arrested before, but that's another story for another.
You like, are we done? Your attention
I know.
span.
Let's go.
Yes.
Peace out. Bye. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Say bye.
Bye, everybody.
Peace.
Nice talking to you. Look at my silly daughter. Pointing my fingers to say peace.
Yes.
Enjoy your life.
Aw, enjoy your
That's
life.
sweet.
That is sweet.
And we're out.